Hello everybody, welcome to Kanushi's Corner. For this episode, we're going to be looking at all of the Final Fantasy secret layers. I had ordered a bunch of these from Wizards of the Coast. That day was insane. I actually had to order these are all the English editions. We're going to be going over them. I had to get all of these from a secondary seller on eBay, Gummy Ho TCG. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. They actually got all these to me before what I was able to order from Wizards of the Coast. This is all of them. We got Weapons, Grimoire, Game Over, and the Gilded Lotus promo. We're going to be looking at these for this video. Compare them foil and non-foil, see which ones look better. And so that way you can know, do you like how they look under the light and the nice camera? Do you actually want these? If you do, which one do you want? Because God knows they're going to be expensive. It instantly sold out. I was able to get all of these. We're going to get into it with Grimoire first, of course. I will do it without false hope. But I was able to get all these for double price markup, basically. So it's just the same thing on both of them. Okay. And that's rough, but at the same time, I was able to get the promo and everything. So, you know, whatever. It is what it is. I will have some of these for sale. Oh, this is cool. These, like with the little baubles in the background. There we go. Yeah, that's really nice. We'll have some of these for sale on the Whatnot streams and maybe eBay myself soon. After this, if anybody's interested in some of these, I try to have reasonable market prices. Make money, lose money, I don't really care. I'm just here making the videos. I make money in other ways. But I would like to sell the cards, you know, that'd be nice. All right, Yuna's Holy Magic, the prismatic ending already looking nice there. Non-foil, and the foil also looking solid. This is going to be a tough one. Ooh boy. And thankfully all of the stuff for these, we'll look at a different one, all the stuff for these is recyclable, so that's great. Remember that, recycle where you can, try to help the planet. That's what all this is about to me. Good feels and helping the planet. All right, now that we've blinded everybody, let's go ahead and get that zoom in so we can see the cards a little closer. Alrighty, here we go. Off to a great start. We have Yuna's Holy Magic here. I live for the people's spirit and would have gladly died for them. But you didn't have to, spoiler alert. Yeah, I am really liking this one in the foil with the actual Holy Magic being cast there straight out of the games. Looking great. I love that. The slight, I don't know, the foiling has like this weird, almost grittiness to it under that HD. Really just also looking at it as a card, but the effect on the Holy Magic there is just gorgeous. Wow, that is great. Alright, on to the next one. Here we have the big hit of this one, the Cyclonic Rift, Hope's Arrow Magic from 13. I haven't played 13 yet. I've heard mixed things about it, but mostly not great. But, you know, I'm going to give it a try. I'll eventually try it. I've played most of the Final Fantasies. I figure, hey, let's just go ahead and round it out and play the rest of them. It is on my to-do list. But here we have Hope's Arrow Magic. I'm sure this is straight, like, you know, it's an artistic rendering by Kasia Kafis Zelinska. The first one was by Anna Steinbauer. Thank you for that one, Anna. Beautiful art on both of these. Like, all these really, like, no wonder they sold like hotcakes. It went even more crazy than Marvel. No surprise. I mean, wow, it was a rough day. It was a rough day for a lot of people. Rough day for a lot of people's wallets too. But I'll try to watch out for you too. I really don't know much about this character. I'm sure this has to be a reimagining of something they're doing from the game. I'm not. It looks cool though for a cyclonic rift, you know, arrow magic. I know that lifts stuff up, so to return everything, I like to see cyclonic rift reimagined as an air thing instead of a water thing. It's kind of cool. As far as the foil and non-foil, I think I'm liking the non-foil a little more on this one. The foil is cool, but it doesn't really add or subtract anything to the art or the layering to it. It's kind of just like the same thing but shiny. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of tight. I'm liking the non-foil more on that one. Here we have my boy. I really wish Final Fantasy 15 had been handled differently. As a game, it kind of feels a little rushed at the end, and like the characters don't get enough of their justice, but it also was in development hell for a long time, and there's just, you know, there's a lot going on with it that was rough, but this is a beautiful, see, that's what I'm talking about, the foil on this one, how it really like pops all the ring magic, and like looks like you're sucking the life right out of that monster. It's freaking great. But yeah, here we have Noctis's death magic, which is also damn, so you can destroy a creature, or if you go super mode, you can destroy everything with the overload. So this is the power of the ring of Lucii. I don't sound anything like Noctis, but man, that is cool though. Him in the cavern, like it looks like a mind flayer. Yeah, it's got to be a mind flayer. He's pulling that out of, dude. That is just so. The foil on that one is the go-to, but both of those are gorgeous. All right, here we have a lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. Vivi's thunder magic again. The foil on that one, it just really striking. Looks very solid with the thunder magic there. But both of them are great. It's nice to see Vivi on a card here. To keep doing what you set your heart on. It's a very hard thing to do. You darn right, man. You gotta not only have your dreams, but have the resolve to keep following your dreams regardless of what happens. It is it'd be tough, yo. It'd be tough. But man, that is some lovely art there. Oh, Noctis was Magali Velinvu. Hold up. My speech ability is failing me. Magali Villeneuve. Magali Villeneuve. That's as close as I got, man. I'm so sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. Let me know how to pronounce that if anybody knows. But yeah, very good, amazing Noctis depiction there, Magali. Thank you for that. And then Evan Fong here. Beautiful Vivi. Loving it. Trying to say the artist name, give credit to them more, because the Magic really does hire some fantastic artists. Here we have Heroic Intervention. To get Cyclonic Rift and Heroic Intervention in the same drop is pretty dope. But here we have from Final Fantasy VII, Aerith's Curaga Magic. Again, bro, the foil does feel a little everywhere, but with how Red 13, Aerith, and Cloud aren't so shiny, it really, the foil, Justina Duro with the beautiful art there of all the characters as well, but with the foil, it really just pops that Cure Magic. So most of the foils in this one are really, like, worth it as an upgrade. The only one, Hope's Arrow Magic, the Cyclonic Rift one, is just foil, non-foil. You know, I'll let y'all be the decider of that. I really like most of the foils in this, but that's the only one that I'm kind of like, it's sort of the same both ways to me. The Heroic Intervention, great card. Permanents you control, hexproof, indestructible, really fantastic stuff. This being Cure is a little weird to me. I would think it would be like Protectora or something. Wall, some sort of thing like that. Like, you're not really, this isn't really curing anything. It's more protecting stuff. But I don't know, I guess curing in a way is protecting because you're healing it back up. Whatever. I'm not going to stretch my mind on it too much. It's cool. Look, Aerith doing a big cure on a magic card, right? I just want to do everything in my power to help all of you and the planet. Then here we have the secret card. You're going to get a foil regardless of which one you get, it looks like. So there is no non-foil of Porum's Silence Magic, which is just silence. which is a solid spell. Your opponents can't cast spells this turn. The Elder taught us not to submit to arrogance. And these are the cool little kids from Final Fantasy IV, the twin mages you get in 4 to help you. That is a really neat depiction. Evan Fong, again, on the art there. Really neat depiction of them. I like seeing them reimagined out of their little sprite selves. Shame we don't get a non-foil. You can get secret cards, which are a bunch of reimaginings of the incarnations, but most of them are going to come with these style of secret cards, the Forum Silence Magic foil. Yep, that's it for the Grimoire. We're going to move into weapons. The 2 weapons here. Let's go ahead and bust those bad boys open. Ooh. The finest weapons that have inherited the hopes of those who fight. Oh man, already got the Yuna sending staff there looking good, baby, looking good. The finest weapons that have inherited the hopes of those who fight. Excellent. Let's get into this and compare these. I really would love to get that Anima bonus card. That's Grief. I get that Grief isn't playable, but Anima is my favorite summon of Final Fantasy X. I like the story behind it. I like the aesthetic to it. The whole like helping through sacrifice, and I don't know. It's just really intense and cool. But all of them look great. They're all. I'm saying this because they're all the summons. The art is the summons from 10, and we're looking at Yuna's Sending Staff here, which is the Staff of the Storyteller. It's a fantastic reprint. I think this is one of the first reprints of this in a long time. Or ever, maybe? Pretty sure this was in like a Commander product or something, but Louisa J. Herseller here. A really nice Yuna. Takes me back. I love the sending staff there. The foil, as far as foil and non-foil, I'm trying to get the foil to kind of like do anything. There we go. As far as the foil and non-foil, I really think I'm liking the non-foil on this one, just because like the foil, again, it kind of is just like everything everywhere. Yuna isn't exactly popping on it. It's just sort of shiny overall. I would have liked to have seen maybe more shine on just the weapon, or I don't know what I was expecting, but so far I'm kind of liking the non-foil one a little more. As far as what it does, it enters, you make a spirit, which is kind of appropriate because of the sending staff, and then whenever you create one or more creature tokens, you put a story counter on this, and then you can remove a story counter to draw cards. It's just a really solid draw engine, especially if you're going to be making a lot of creature tokens. Alright, moving on, we have Clive's Invictus Blade, which I don't know how I feel about this being Blade of Selves. When I first saw this, I was like, oh, cool. Joshua Raphael. Joshua made Clive's art. Joshua Raphael with the art there is really great. That's funny. I do like the foil on this one, though, with the fire and the sword, and it looks really good. This one looks a little better off camera because his face isn't quite as shiny off camera. You can just see the bearer's mark on him kind of flashing in his eyes. But yeah, that's super sick. I don't know how I feel about this being Blade of Selves, though, because Equipped Creature has myriads, so you're going to be making a bunch of different Clives, but he doesn't really do the Omni Slash, make a bunch of different selves thing. He can like teleport kind of at a base with the Phoenix power, but on this, my sword, I swear, to shield the Firebird's flame forevermore. Man, 16 is so cool, right? I love 16. It was a really cool action game. I love the story to it. It really was kind of a breath of fresh air after the debacle of 15. Great game, but it was handled so poorly. If you only played it on Windows after it was the quote-unquote complete experience, then you had a much better time, I'll tell you that. I played it like 3 or 4 years later after that came out, and it was better. But here we have him looking cool, looking really cool. I think I like the non-foil a little more, just because you can sort of see more of what's going on. The foil sort of distorts everything, and it looks cool with the sword though, with the sword and the fire, and but you can't really see the reflection in the sword as well. His past self, I'm guessing, is what that's supposed to be. I'm not 100% sure there, or maybe it's supposed to be Joshua's reflection. I'm not 100% on that. I'm gonna be real, not 100% on that. But this should have, I don't know, I feel like this should have been Noctis with the ultimate weapon or something, or like with the engine blade. Because Noctis actually like do boop boop and makes a bunch of different versions of himself with Arminger, and I don't know. Anyway, just feels like a slight flavor fail. And then we have something for Final Fantasy VII here. We have Cloud with the Buster Sword looking great. I do think it's funny that this version of the Buster Sword is the Jite. It's like it's just this very versatile thing that you can use for quite a while to get lots of different effects. The foil there, it looks cool. Again, I think Magali Vinavu again with some beautiful art here at Cloud. I really think the non-foil does a better case of showing off that art, just because of, I don't know, the foil just adds this sheen to everything. It looks cool on the sword and the armor and all the metal stuff, but there's just some sort of sereneness about the non-foil on these. Gaia's Dark Hammer, which is another Colossus hammer. This is from 14. I really don't know a lot about 14 other than aesthetically it's really cool. It's Final Fantasy, and I'm not a big MMO fan, so I skipped it. Power of Darkness, answer my call. This is kind of cool though. I don't know if this is a boss or a character or what's going on here, but they got a big hammer, and that hammer does look cool. See, this is what I'm talking about in foil. The character's not really foil at all, but that entire weapon is. So it gives this really neat sheen to just the weapon and the background. Like, not, the whole thing isn't just foiled out. So that one, I give the foil a couple more points. But I'm not sure I like it more than the non-foil, but I definitely am not saying, hey, the non-foil's the go-to better one. That foil one does look pretty dang good. And then here we have another really good foil variant with the Brotherhood sword there. Kind of the same thing going on where Titus looking good there. Young Jai Choi, fantastic. He looks all young, sprightly, and great. I remember playing this when I was younger, and I was like, oh, he's so cool. I want to be like him when I get older. And now I'm older than him, and I'm like, I'm not an anything star saving anybody. You know, I'm just out here being a guy. I'm trying to be the best person I can. But Sword of Truth and Justice is fantastic. 3 mana, protection from white and blue, +2/+2 when it's equipped. You get to do combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control, proliferate. Fantastic card, fantastic depiction of the card. It is really hard to choose on this one, just like the Gaia's Hammer, because it's got kind of the same thing going on for it. Let me see, that was a terrible shot. Yeah, like, there we go. The weapon really glows. Like, it's cool to have it doing that glowing blue thing. And then, like, the beach vibes behind him with the sunset and stuff. I think this one might finally be one that I'm like, yeah, the foil is better. I do kind of like the foil better on that one. It looks really nice. All right. And then we have the secret card for this one. These are, and this is why I'm like, okay, they couldn't do Noctis on Blade of Selves because he's Forge Anew, which also really makes sense. But whenever this enters, return an equipment from graveyard to the battlefield. During your turn, you may cast equipment abilities anytime you can cast an instant. So you can just miraculously re-equip stuff whenever you want. You can pay 0 rather than the equip cost of the first equip ability you activate during each of your turns. So, really solid card there. Probably going to try to slide this one into the Final Fantasy VII Precon somehow. I already have the Lord of the Rings version of this, but yeah, it is really cool to have a Noctis version to put into, or, you know, put into a Noctis deck. Anyway, because he does artifact stuff. He brings artifacts back. He could be broken. You could do broken magic things with him, or you could just do that really cool, I make a bunch of weapons and bring them back because that's how he works, kind of thing. Sadly, we get no non-foil version of that. Unfortunate. Moving right along, we have the game over foil and non-foil. I guess this is just a printing error. This one has a barcode on it. Very strange. It was sent to me with a barcode on it. I don't know what's going on there. And of course, we have to end with game over. I mean, it's like coup de grace thing. It's also the one that sold out first, which I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. I will destroy everything. I will create a monument to non-existence. Ah, yes, the classic Final Fantasy. I'm going to blow everything up and kill everybody villain shtick. Everything has to return to ruin and, you know, blah, 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 blah. We get it. You maniacal lads, you. Alright, here we go. Jeez, the foil on that one is just like all over the place. It's just this big tidal wave happening. Spirit's punishment, also Day of Judgment, destroy all creatures. Sin appeared 1,000 years ago. A raging demon intent on reducing Spirit to rubble. Everyone in Spirit lives under Sin's black shadow. I gotta say non-foil for this one. The foil is crazy and it looks like very just spicy and splashy, but the non-foil I feel like shows off a little better what's going on here. Under the camera, this looks like just so washed out. In person, it's not really much better. I mean, when you have it under the light, you can you get some shimmer and you can see the art on it, like when it's at this kind of angle. But overall, yeah, I think the non-foil is doing better. Nestor Osadone Lial's art shines a lot better on the non-foil. Thank you for that one, Nestor. Then here we have Temporal Extortion. Yeah, there we go. That one looks way better than the other one when it comes to the foil. Like how the characters are, and then her little distortion stuff is all the foil. Yeah, that one. There we go. That is... the foil on that is looking tight. Let us start a new reign of terror. I will let you live in a fantasy beyond your imagination. 4 mana. When you cast a spell, any player may pay half their life rounded up. If they do, counter this, take an extra turn. The kicker is casting this and then copying it. This would be beautiful in some sort of like Grixis copy spells, do nonsense thing. Cast it. Oh, they counter it. Whatever. You're going to copy it, copy it, copy it. Anyway, yeah, Ultimacia, unraveling time there. Fantastic. Aurore Folney with the art on that one. Thank you for that, Aurore. It is beautiful. I love seeing all the 8 characters depicted that way. I love that Temporal Extortion, absorbing time. It's really good. And here we have the sickest clown ever, Kefka, poisoning the water. I love that they made a main set card of this too. It's Toxic Deluge, him poisoning the stuff. I do like the foil because of how everything is foil. Even the, like, when you're looking at it with the poison dripping down, it kind of like, it looks pretty cool. Evan Fogg again with some excellent art here. I love the foil for that alone, but I think this one's kind of a tie. They both look pretty good. I might like the foil a little more just for the effect of just that poison being foil like that, and it's pretty cool. We needn't show mercy to those who side with the returners. Kefka. As an additional cost to cast this spell, pay X life. All creatures get -X/-X until end of turn. Kill everything. Alright, here we have Arden from 15. Unseat the Usurper, also Praetor's Grasp. The throne brings you here. Its seat's only one. I knew from the moment I started playing 15 this guy would be like kind of a jerk. Oh no. This foil has some of the spottiness. You see the spottiness in the art because it couldn't stick to the foiling. Sad. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it be like that. It looks good like that. Nestor Osadon Leal again with some great Final Fantasy 15 art. I love seeing this. You search an opponent's library for a card, exile it, they shuffle, and you may play that card for as long as it remains exiled, so you can kind of just steal something out of their deck, which is pretty solid. I do love the idea that Unseat the Usurper, Praetor's Grasp. It's kind of very flavorful for Arden here. I love his little sinister smile there. Very good stuff. And then we have, oh shoot. Okay, well, we got one of them. All right, and then we have Star of Extinction, also Meteor Fall. I've thought about running this in a dinosaur deck I have just because of the funniness of Star of Extinction, but you get to destroy a land, and then this deals 20 damage to each creature and each planeswalker, which is pretty nuts. The foil there is looking good with the fire in the background, but Joshua Raphael again with the art. I think the non-foil is kind of the way to go on this one. You get to see Sephiroth a little better. The foil does look pretty tight though. I like the rainbow in the background. What would happen if there was an injury that threatened the very life of the planet? What would happen? All right, and here we have the secret cards for this one. I got a Yojimbo, which is Solitude. Yojimbo is also one of my favorite summons from 10. I love the concept. You know, he's like a mercenary summon. You hire him. He's also one of the secret summons. It's not anima, but this is really cool. I'm very happy about that. He looks super tight. Then we have Primogenesis here. Feed the Swarm. Destroy target creature, enchantment. Destroy target creature or enchantment an opponent controls. Lose life equal to its mana value. And this is from 16, where you can actually see Ultima in the background there, but where he's like infecting everybody to come back as evil soldiers or whatever. It's pretty cool. If it is consciousness that weaves your wills together, then we shall set you apart once more. Good stuff. Yeah, love that. Wow, that's both of those look pretty good in foil. I really like the Primogenesis in foil. With all the purple and the Ultima just kind of shadowed in the background. What do we got here? Stanislav Sherbakov. Fantastic art there. And then Alexander Makov with the Yojimbo. Fantastic work on both of these. Thank y'all for that. And last but not least, the Gilded Lotus promo. Let's see what we got out of it. Lovers used to give these when they were reunited. I might cut that out and keep that. But yeah, here we have the Gilded Lotus promo card. I don't know if I'm going to use this or what I would use this in. I'm probably just going to sleeve it up and display it. But, ooh, baby. They're a lot tougher than they look. This place, it has a kind of power. That is a fancy foil promo. How they have, like, everything in the background. Non-foil, just the Gilded Lotus is foil. Ooh-wee. That is one fancy thing. Love seeing that. Alrighty, let's get on to the wrap-up. And there you have it, folks, the entirety of the Final Fantasy Secret Lair crossover drop that has driven all of us mad. One super cool incarnation card came out of this, so that was tight. Really loving the Primogenesis secret card, the Porum secret card. Really, I mean, all the cards, all the secret cards, they all look amazing. I mean, sitting here, seeing them all just spread out in front of me, I'm like having a little nerdgasm. Oh my goodness, Magic, Final Fantasy. It's just, I don't know. It's amazing. It just, like, for me, this all feels like some kind of crazy dream come true kind of situation. Life just slapping me with the good stuff. But I appreciate y'all being here, watching this. I hope y'all have enjoyed the entire unveiling of this, the foil, the non-foil, etc., etc., etc. if you're looking forward to getting some of these, let me know if you bought them, if you got them from Wizards, what you paid for them, what have you. I would love to hear what your opinions are on the Final Fantasy set, and if you've been enjoying it, if you plan on picking some of these up, if you're waiting for yours now, if you got lucky and were within the first hour to be able to get your own bundle and not have to do like I did, buy on the secondary market. But yep, that is it for this. I might have another video showcasing some of the Japanese cards. I did manage to get a few of those when I ordered, because mostly all the English was sold out, and I had to get a bunch of Japanese stuff as well. But yep, that's all for this one. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in any of these, I will have some. If you are interested in these, I will have some for sale on various Whatnot streams and through TCG Player and stuff. I'll have all those links down below. But yep, that's it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. Until next time, have a good one.